Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is kind of a blecky Monday. It's a little chilly outside, but that's okay because we have our good friend Mitch Costilow here, and we're going to be talking about something really fun that JAFE has coming up. And this is your how many annual?
I'm not sure.
I think lot of annual.
Around 20 years probably we've been doing this.
The spring dance that they have coming up with JAFE, and probably a little bit of a change this year, so we'll learn all about that. But first, I think Adrian has a message for us. Okay, we have to play a message, and we will be back in just a second and find out about the spring dance.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
All right, and we are back. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I do want to give a shout out to Cheryl and Red for covering my rear end as I had a, shall we say, 24-hour something that I don't ever want in my body ever again thing on Friday that I woke up to. So, yeah, it was not good. And so, yeah, and then I did something to my eye yesterday. So here's the glasses. I'm just a hot mess, Mitch.
Uh-oh.
Do you forgive me anyway?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that's not fun. There's a lot of funk going around out there. So make sure you wash your hands and do all the things that you should do to prevent the sickness.
Yes.
How's that?
A lot of stuff going around.
There is. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Mitch, you are here and as a member of JAFE, and you were here last year and I think the year before maybe to talk about one of your most fun fundraisers of the year is the spring dance. And so I know that you have all the details. I'll just let you go with it.
All right. Of course, we're at a new location this year. We're going to be at the Jackson Area Family Activity Center, formerly the YMCA behind McDonald's. It's going to be a lot bigger space. Yes. Much larger venue with better heating and cooling and handicapped restrooms and just a much more modern facility. We will have the same band, though. Don't worry about that.
Rick Kay and the All-Nighters can find the former YMCA.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Our dance will be March 14th from 8 p.m. to midnight. One of the popular things about this dance is it's completely bring your own food, bring your own drinks. And you'll see everything. You'll see one person's got a bag of chips, the next person's got a full spread, or next table.
I think that's so cool. And I'm sure people share too, share around.
Yes.
And that way you can just kind of make it your own night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we sell tables, but people tend to mingle from table to table. Most people in town seem to know each other a lot.
Yeah.
And
it's a blessing and a curse, right?
Yes. But it is a fantastic time. 90% of our crowd or more will be people that were there last year and were there the year before. Hardly anyone comes to it once and that doesn't come back. I mean, it's just a great time. The age range is all over the place. I mean, we have some people bring their kids. We have people in their 80s. We have everything in between.
Love that.
And it just works great. It's just an amazing good time.
And again, I don't know how long the spring dance has been going on, but quite some time. I can remember, it's been a while. I can remember going years ago. But, of course, you did have to change venues because, well, your old venue's no longer there.
No.
At the Memorial Building. So that makes it a little difficult.
Yes, yes, it does. When you don't have a roof or walls.
Yeah. Especially this time of the year.
Yes.
But no, tell everybody a little bit about what makes this event so special, and then, what do you all do as JAFE throughout the years with some of the money, that you do raise? This is a fundraiser for you.
This is a fundraiser.
Yeah.
It's one of our biggest ones. And people don't realize, when you see the food drives over at the JAFE building, you see we do kids' toy giveaway at Christmas, all that type of stuff. And
Yes.
we're now taking food to the schools. I think once a month or so they're doing
Oh, you
that.
are?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So and all that stuff takes money. Everything that we do takes money. So we put on the fundraisers to make money to do the giveaways.
It all goes round and round, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And if you're going to support a charity at all, I'm going to tell you, you're not going to find a more fun way to do it than this dance.
You're exactly right. It's like win-win for everybody, right?
Yes.
Y'all can raise a little bit of money, but yet is it just a fun evening?
Yes, it is. It is absolutely a good time.
For somebody that's never been before, what can they expect?
Okay, well, now we sell tables. We do a corporate table, comes with advertising. It's $350, get you 8 tickets. We also do a reserve table if you're not a business. It's $250 and get you 8 tickets. Or you can buy individual tickets at the doors, $35. You come in, you're going to be there with 7 of your friends, and you can buy multiple tables. We can put tables together. We can add chairs to tables if we need to. But Rick Kay puts on an amazing, he's a great show band, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all through there. A lot of the old songs that you've known your whole life. And people are up dancing. He's up dancing. I mean, they put on a great, great high impact show. I mean,
They are so fun. I like to call them sing-along songs.
Yes.
Songs that everyone can sing along to.
Yes, because you'll know 95% of the songs he plays, you will know.
Yep. And if you don't know the other 5%, you've been under a rock somewhere.
Absolutely. But like I said, it is a great time. He's very interactive with the crowd. It's just a good time. Years ago, our chairman that had it before moved away and had talked about doing away with it. That's when I took over as chairman.
You said, uh-uh.
Yeah. And it wasn't as much the fundraiser thing as I didn't want to see the dance go. I went every year. I buy a table every year. And I wanted to make sure it stayed going on.
That's right. And, even though this is a, BYOB, that means like just bring your own refreshments, whatever those may be. And of course you can bring the kids with you. Yep. It's totally family friendly. But if you want to bring some drinks too, that's okay.
Yep.
And then, like you said, you've had people come and do like full catered meals, or you've had somebody bring a bag of pretzels.
Yes. Or we've had people have pizza delivered there.
Which is a really good idea, especially like with DoorDash and stuff like that. Now you could just have stuff delivered.
Yep. Usually our people with, each table will make a plan. They'll all decide what they're going to do ahead of time. Some people go out, like we tend to go out to eat before we go and then just take snacks for the dance.
Yeah.
So that's what we did last year. Went to 6 cents and then down to the dance.
Yes, and we will be there for you if you want to do that. But no, I think that's a really cool idea. And so dress, what's the attire?
It is casual. I mean, some people will dress up a little nicer just because that's what they want to do. Most people are wearing jeans. We've had it warm enough to where people are wearing shorts. I mean, it just
that
depends.
time of the year, you just never know, do you?
No, not in March. It can be all over the place.
So what is the best way? I know if people are wanting tables and stuff, you'd like to know kind of ahead of time that they're coming because you need to plan for the tables and all that. So how do people go ahead and reserve those tables, whether it be the corporate ones or just the regular friend tables?
It's very easy. You just call me at 740-418-0195. That's my phone number. You'll get my cell phone. I answer it all the time. You call me, I'll get you down for a table.
There you go. And again, what are the prices on the tickets, like individually? And can you buy individual tickets ahead of time, or do you just do that at the door?
Yeah, you can. But normally people that are planning ahead of time get a group together and
do a table.
Because that way you know who you're sitting with and you can plan your meals together or your snacks or whatever together, drinks.
Gotcha.
And it's just... it's a good time. It really is. We have, I don't know how many people. I mean, I just know where most people's tables, or didn't know where they were going to be at the old place, because they want to be in the same spot every time. They want to be by the same people a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have open tables for people to buy tickets at the door.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You don't have to buy a table to have a place to sit. Like,
No.
you can, there's other places to sit.
And in our case, we can have 12 people at our table because half of them won't sit down anyway, though. The girls will be up dancing usually, and the guys are over by the wall talking. And
Like the 8th grade dance, you
yes,
mean?
exactly.
I say that sometimes people come into I laugh because couples will come into the restaurant and they'll sit guys and girls. I'm like, this table's like the 8th grade dance. And then people don't get what I'm saying. Like, girls on one side, boys on the other.
Yeah. Only difference between this and the 8th grade dance is you're usually married to the person you're there with now.
That's true. Yeah.
You see them all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, so embarrassed. But no, it's a lot of fun. And here's the thing. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, people just mingle. So even if you have a table, you're probably going to be hanging out with other people at different tables and whatever. It's just good.
And we have a line dancing group that comes in, so they're up a lot line dancing. And that's pretty
Gotcha.
good. And they buy like 6 tables, I think.
Oh,
Or
really?
they did last year, yeah. And then we have, individual people come in and they sit, and then they meet people, they mingle and hang out, and I'm surprised at the amount of older people that come there that just love the music. And
Well, sure.
and get up and dance that you wouldn't think would get up and dance, but they will there.
And here's the thing, like, Christmas is over and New Year's is over, so the holiday season's over, and we're having to put all our pretty Christmas decorations away, and then people get into like this like funk thing, and I totally get that. So this is something to look forward to,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it's a really fun night. So get your tickets and gather some friends together, or if it's just you and your friend want to go, it's fine too. And look forward to this dance because it's really for a great cause, but it's really a lot of fun.
Yes, I have people hitting me in November, December, wanting to know when's the dance this year. Before I even have a book, they're saying, when is the dance?
Like, I don't
plan
know.
for it. And this week, and usually stays close to this time, but this year it's the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
So usually we decorate kind of a St. Patrick's Day theme, green
Sure.
and white and that kind of stuff. So it's a good place to celebrate your St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Hey, there you go. All right, let's go over the details one more time. And because you do have a change of venue and like time and all that stuff.
Okay, we are at the Jackson Area Family Activity Center, which most of you know as the YMCA.
Yeah.
It's just had a name change. It is March 14th from 8 p.m. to midnight. We sell corporate tables. They're $350, and they do include advertising. A lot of businesses like that because they can deduct it
Sure.
as advertising. We sell reserve tables for $250, and each of these tables come with 8 tickets. We can add chairs to it if you want, or you can have more than one table if you want. And if you want to buy individual tickets, they're $35. You can buy them at the door or ahead of time, either one. And I guarantee you will not regret going. I've never had anybody tell me that they came and had a bad time.
This is awful. I don't ever want to come back. If you say that, there's something not right about you.
But like I said, we got to remember the new venue is behind McDonald's at the old YMCA.
Yes, it is, and it's a wonderful venue, as you said, super modern, easy to get in and out of, handicap accessible. The bathrooms are great.
And parking.
Parking's super easy. You're exactly right on that. You could go out and play some pickleball, I guess, if you wanted to while you're there. Probably not, but
No, but every time I went to check things out there have been people playing pickleball.
pickleball, it's a thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah. I know the Rotary just had their pickleball tournament over the weekend, so I'm anxious to see how that turned out. I'm sure it was great. But yeah, no, it's a wonderful venue right there behind McDonald's. You can't miss it, and it's a good time. And you don't have to be a member of the former Y to come. This is a JAFE thing.
And obviously, it's open to the public.
Yeah.
It's for the public. I mean, it's not any membership type thing or anything. Anybody can come.
No, that's the point.
I highly recommend you call, at least talk to me about a table ahead of time so you can get with some friends, because you find out it's not hard to round up 8 people to come to this thing.
No.
And once you've came once, I guarantee you it's not hard the second time.
Yeah. You're exactly right. So tell us a little bit about what else Jaffe's been into. I mean, we got through the Apple Festival, which was shall we say, a huge success this year, to say the least, and probably one of my most fun festivals that I remember in a really long time.
Yeah, it went pretty smooth this year, and having the Buckeyes band here was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was neat to stand out there and watch that parade and see them come through. That was cool.
We're planning now for the 85th. This year will be our 85th Apple Festival. I haven't been there for all of them, but
close, but not all.
yeah, I've been there for 43 of them. But
Gosh,
but it's that's the biggest thing we do for the year JAFE is the Apple Festival. But we also throughout the year have food drives, food giveaways down at the JAFE building.
how exactly does that work? In case people don't know, like, can that go to anybody? Is there a income thing? How does that work?
No, it's not income based. They do. I think you do have to provide an ID. I don't actually work it. I help
I
bag
think
it up,
you
but I
do.
don't hand out the stuff. But I think
Just
you have
to
to provide
prove
an
that
ID that you're from somewhere around here.
Yeah, right.
And you just go line up, and they load your car for you.
And I think it's what, 2 boxes, like 2 families per car or something like that.
Yeah,
I think they limit that, obviously.
And I think it's more like at Thanksgiving, for instance. I think they limited
Maybe
it a
that's
little
when
more
they limited it.
because they were giving whole turkeys and that kind of stuff
Yeah.
this year.
That makes sense.
But they just try to get a lot of food out to the people that need it in the community. And then at Christmas time, of course, we do a toy giveaway for kids that need it.
Yes, you do.
And
It's amazing too.
And I always repeat, all that kind of stuff takes money, and that's why we do this stuff. We make money to give away money, and this is about the most fun place you're ever going to go to donate money.
You're not kidding.
We also typically do a split the pot raffle there, so we have somebody
Oh, okay. Something
walks away
fun.
with some money. Yeah, because it gets kind of big sometimes. A lot of people are into their raffles, so.
Heck yeah.
But JAFE, I mean, you've seen JAFE active in the community your whole life. I mean, they're always doing something around town to help out.
Well, and I think, it's a common misconception that all you all do is put on the Apple Festival and then you go home for, 8 months
Yeah.
or 9 months and then you start planning the Apple Festival
Yeah.
again. And that's not at all. You are a service organization first and foremost. You are not the Apple Festival.
Right.
It's something that you all do
Right.
so that you can do your service stuff.
Yes. Yeah, the festival is just our biggest fundraiser.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we took it over back in, the JCs was what we were before we were
Sure.
JAFE. Took it over in, I think, 1965, I believe, took over the festival. And it's
Who put it on before that?
the City Fathers, they called them. And I don't know if that was the
Well, that's
council.
okay. Interesting.
But yeah, it started I think before there was a JC chapter. It started in 1937.
Yeah, the JCs, had it for years, and
Yeah.
then that kind of then JAFE was born, and so moved over to that.
Yeah, we became a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. Made it a lot better for other companies that were going to donate to the festival,
Sure.
that kind of stuff. It helped them tax wise.
Organizationally speaking, it
and
worked
they're-
out better.
Yes, a lot of things we couldn't get without being nonprofit.
Sure.
Plus, it gives you a better structure and better accountability for everything. That we have an actual corporation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just a group of dudes and women getting together and trying to put on a festival, huh?
Right.
But no, I don't know that people, I hope that people understand that you all literally are planning the next festival before the last festival's over with. And it is a year-round planning effort. And while you all have it down to a science, let's just be honest about that. It's still a lot of work to put on that Apple Festival, plus all the food drives, plus the Jeeping events and all the other stuff that you do to fundraise throughout the year so that you can help the community.
Yeah, the new thing we've gotten into charity-wise is the Apple Kids, they call it. We're taking bags of food, kind of like a food drive, but to the schools to help underprivileged kids.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, Dave Sheward is the chairman of it. He got started. I ain't even sure how he got started with it, but it's a
it's a really good idea.
yeah, and especially they try to hit like before holiday weekends and that kind of stuff because some kids school is where they get most of their food, is at lunch, you know.
And if you don't believe that, you're sadly mistaken.
So they try, especially, like I said, when it's going to be long weekends or coming into summer or coming into the holidays, to get food out to the kids so we know they have something at home to eat.
Yeah.
And
It's unbelievable. I mean, it's hard for many people to like wrap your head around that.
yes.
That you send a kid home from school and they go home to nothing.
Yeah.
That's tough.
You know, when you've told your kid, you go get something out of the cabinet, but they might not have anything in their cabinet. So, yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. It's a true thing. So thank you for doing that. That's something that you all have added recently and much needed.
Yeah. I think so. It's a very big need in the community.
Yep. So what makes you, okay, number one is JAFE accepting new members.
Yes, always.
Okay. And what do you have to do that?
Just contact any JAFE member to get an application. You'll come down to a couple meetings, and then they vote on you, which when I say vote on you, they rarely turn anybody down.
Yeah. No, any help is welcome. Now, can women join also? Is it, or how does that work?
We're an all-male chapter
Okay.
right now.
All male, but the wives do pitch in quite
Yes,
a bit. So if
yes.
your husband or significant other becomes a member, then you
Yeah.
pretty much become an honorary member. How's that?
Yep, that's pretty much how it works. You can ask my wife when this dance is over. Oh, my goodness. She does probably more than me on a lot of it, and more than anybody else, period, on the rest of it. But
Yep.
she's very active on this.
That's right. And she's awesome. So tell us, what does it mean to you if somebody's out there listening today is like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll join this JAFE thing. I want to help in my community. What's it mean to you to be a member?
Well, a lot, I guess, because I've been there since I was 18.
Right.
Yeah,
Like you've been there a few years.
I'm a little
We'll
over
say that.
18 now, yeah. When I started, when it was JC's, you joined at 18 and they said roostered out. You hit your kind of age limit at 35. Well, if we took out everybody under 30 or over 35 out of our, we'd have an empty building.
Yeah. I mean,
We are thrilled to death. We're starting to get some more younger guys in.
good.
My son, for one, just joined. And we are thrilled to death because some of us guys that took on stuff for a year or two are doing it 40 years later, you know.
Yeah.
And we'd like to get some new people in, get them trained, and turn it over.
Right, absolutely. It'd be nice to. I know I was talking with Chris O'Boyle about it. He said, you know, because he's always been kind of the behind the scenes parade lineup guy, and he said I actually got to ride in a parade for the first time this year, and it was like a completely different experience, like to be part of the parade. And so I'm sure that you all would like to actually enjoy the festival for a change.
Absolutely. Like to sit with the kids and grandkids and watch the parade, but when you're down there putting it on, it's a completely different experience.
Yes, it is.
We enjoy it, but it's just different.
Yeah, we talk about that here, and I try to tell the viewers quite often. I'm like, remember, these things don't just magically appear and magically disappear. You know, there's a lot of people working very, very hard behind the scenes to make sure that these fairs and festivals and different events go off without a hitch. And there's always a hitch, but
Yeah, there's several hitches. Like was the year before last when our band broke down on the way here. Our main entertainment for Friday night, the bus broke down.
do
They
you
didn't
remember?
show up.
I remember that.
Yes.
He was in like Kentucky or something.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah. So we got a couple guys one guy out of Nashville, one guy closer to here. But the guy in Nashville, he said, "Okay, I'll get in my bus and head your way."
How does that? I mean, how
that.
lucky is that? Is that for you? Because I remember that. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do?
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? But we pulled it off. I mean, it wasn't the exact entertainment we wanted, but we still had entertainment. Everybody still had a good time, and
Exactly.
a lot of people didn't even know the difference. So.
Exactly. And you just make lemonade out of lemons, right?
Yes.
But no, there's a lot of times I'm sure that you've had to drop back and punt or do whatever. What are some of is there anything that you can remember that have like been like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What are we going to do?
Yeah, about once or twice a year, to be honest with you. The biggest ones we had the power go out for like a half the festival. And it turns out that Walmart does not stock 600 amp industrial breakers. Yeah, nor did anybody else. But I think we ended up actually borrowing one from the city of Jackson, and we replaced it. Since somebody, I think we had to go to Columbus to get one.
Sure.
But yeah, and it doesn't happen on Tuesday morning. That happens on Friday night or Saturday night or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, same as the
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, the power only goes out, or a major piece of equipment only goes out on a Friday
Yeah.
night.
Yep.
I feel you, brother. No, we had the power outage. I know you all got blamed for it. It had nothing to do with you. The Saturday you all started setting up, and actually probably more than half the town went out of power, and it was just a, unfortunate, I think, groundhog that hit something, or some kind of critter that messed up the AEP grid, and had nothing to do with you all. It was just a wild coincidence.
But we did hear about it, yes.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, I remember I was standing up at Sixth Sense, which obviously is right there where you all were working, and I was like, power just went out. Oh, God. And then I started thinking, I hope that everybody's okay up there, that like something bad didn't happen. And then I'm like, I wonder if that has anything to do with them. And then I looked and I realized that you were just putting up, like you hadn't gotten there yet with electric.
We're putting up the wooden booths with
Yeah.
battery powered tools.
Yeah,
so,
you're not using the electric. So I was like, okay, this isn't it. And then about that time, one of the city guys came by and said, I just want to let you know it's going to be a minute. And he told me what was going on, and I was like, okay, cool. And
our phone started ringing just as soon as the power went out.
I'll bet.
Did you guys hit something? No.
No, we're putting up, we're screwing some boards together, man. Like we're not doing anything. So, but no, I mean, I'm sure that you guys have had so many different things happen throughout the years, and while they're annoying at the time, they make for good memories later, right?
Yes. We've seen, especially, we're up there late at night a lot of times, and we see some interesting stuff in the town.
I'll bet.
Yeah, not a whole lot that I'm going to talk about on TV, but we've seen some interesting stuff. You just shake your head and think, this is humanity right here, these people.
I agree with you. I think one of the funniest things that ever happened, do you remember when we were up at the other studio and we had that street camera that kind of looked right down at like Terry's pawn shop and right there, and we had the street camera that we would put on like when Dad played music and stuff like that, and people could see everybody going up and down the street. Well, one night, and we don't know how it happened or what, that camera got turned on in the middle of the night. I don't know if one of the cats hit it or what, and I had so many people tell me that they saw it. This bar fight comes out into the middle of Main Street, and it was on Channel 15 for the whole world to see at 2 a.m. And all these people were telling me they saw it. I'm like, that is hilarious. I can't believe it. What are the chances?
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen.
Late, especially, and I can't remember what night is their payday night for the crew up there, but it gets interesting those nights.
I'll bet.
Although I swear the majority of the troubles we have are from local people. It's
not
not the carnies going through, but it's ones that come out because the carnies are out for whatever reason. And
looking for trouble or fun, or who knows what they're looking for. So, well, I tell you what, Mitch, we have a couple minutes left, and I see that you have on your ERA shirt, and I was wondering because you do sell real estate. So I was wondering, what are some of the things that you're seeing as a real estate agent right now? I haven't had anybody in a while to ask, what are the trends going on right now? Is the market still huge? Or how are interest rates? What's going on?
Interest rates are dropping right now.
Which is great.
Went down a little bit, so that's starting to peak interest. In the fall, November, I had the biggest month I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. Good for you.
And then Christmas time, it tends to slow down a little bit, which it has. And I've listed a couple here recently. We've got things coming back. As the year progresses, it'll pick up. Going into spring, it'll get a lot busier.
Yep.
If you're thinking about buying a house, you want to be looking now because it's going to pick up quite a bit here in the future.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about selling one, look at your little projects you need to get done, little piddly stuff. Maybe you didn't paint this or do that or cut down a bush or whatever.
Yep.
Now's the time to be doing it and get ready.
You know, and that's the thing. You think, oh, spring's so far away. It's whatever. I don't even want to think about that right now. No, it's not really. It's going to be here before you know it. Actually, the first of the year is going to be here before you know it.
Yeah.
But no, all of that stuff you could be getting done now, as we have sometimes these 60-degree days outside, even in the winter and whatever. You can get outside. What are some of the projects that are that you see, like when you go to look and list a house, that maybe people, because when you look at your own things, you don't, maybe you're
Right.
so close to it that you don't see
Yeah.
that things need done. But what are some of the projects that people can do to really help with the value and resale and all of that, or the things that you see people neglect?
Well, the problem I think happens with a lot of people, they do something new. They put new carpet, new paint, new whatever. Hey, I just done this. It's new. But that was 15 years ago. They just don't realize in their brain.
No, I think my house is still new and we built it 23
Yeah.
years ago.
I had
Like,
I had an eye-opening experience. I sold a house in Dublin, Ohio last year, and the people did a home inspection on it, and the home inspector said there was no problem, but it should probably have a new roof because the roof was so old on it. The house was built in 2006, and I'm thinking, but I guess that is, it's 20 years ago now.
exactly.
But, I thought 2006 seems like a pretty new home to me.
I know.
But, he was all about it, and there was not a thing in the world wrong with the roof, just the age. Things age out. But I always tell people when they're looking at stuff, make sure their house will pass for a government loan. And a lot of times it's just piddly stuff. If you have peeling paint anywhere, they'll make you fix that. If you have a light switch that doesn't have a plastic cover on it, they'll make you fix that. I mean, I'm not talking massive stuff on most of the
Those
time.
are things you can buy for like 99 cents at
Yes.
the hardware store.
Yeah, the problem you got to realize, or people got to realize, is if you're doing a government loan, they come out and inspect it, and you're missing a switch plate, they charge $150 to come back and re-inspect after you put the plate on. So just do piddly stuff. I mean, get just little dinky stuff,
The most basic of basic stuff.
Yes. And, if you got more than 3 steps, you got to have a handrail. And if you got a loose step, fasten it down, fix it, whatever you got to do. Little piddly stuff like that is the number one thing. Curb appeal, when people pull up to your house, it's got to look nice when they pull up.
So that's one of my pet peeves about this and I know people get intimidated by flowers and landscaping and stuff, but in the days of TikTok and the internet and all of this, go to your local nursery. If nothing else, grab some flippin' boxwoods or something that you can't kill and throw them in the ground and throw some mulch around them. Like, it is not rocket science.
No, a couple bags of mulch will do wonders on a lot of places.
To landscape your home, it is not rocket science at all.
And just make sure the grass is mowed and the weed eating's done and that, piddly stuff like that.
Yep, because what's the number one thing, right? When they pull up, that curb appeal is the first thing that people see.
Yes. And another thing that, back during 2020 and after, houses went just stupid price for a while.
Yeah.
And if anybody, if their cousin in Columbus sold their house for this much, then they think, well, I'll sell my house for that much now. You got to be realistic. And it's when you first price the house, you got to be realistic because people shop on the internet. And if it's a ridiculous price, they just don't even come look at it. They go on to the next one.
And they also see that it's been reduced 14 times.
Yeah.
I see that sometimes. I'm like, oh, well, because I watch real estate all the time. I'm like, or we could have just priced this appropriately the first time and not had to have reduced it 6 times before we got to the actual price. But hey, listen, things are worth what someone's willing to pay for them.
That's a fact.
That's what they're worth.
Well, a lot of times they're worth what the bank's willing to loan on them.
Well, that could be too.
That makes a difference too.
That does make a difference. You're exactly right with appraisals and all that stuff.
Prior to internet shopping, people always used to say, well, you can always come down. I'll price it this. I can always come down. Well, now people just don't look. If it's on the internet and it's ridiculous price, they just scroll on to the next
It's a
one.
competitive market, man.
Yes.
Yep. So your advice would be to, curb appeal, make sure that you do just the basic little things.
Yep.
How important is it to like do like fresh paint and stuff like that? Or do you say, well, I don't know, they're gonna, the new owner's probably gonna paint the walls whatever color they want anyway, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, I paint over if it's a really loud color, something really bright that could turn a lot of people off. I would recommend painting it, but otherwise not so much unless it's just usually it's just cleaning. If the paint's dirty, you can scrub it, or if you have to touch it up here and there. But if it's chipped or there's holes, that kind of stuff, I would definitely patch that up.
Yep.
So when people walk in the door, they don't see that. People don't want to buy a project; they want to buy a home to live in.
That's true, and they want to see it as their home when they walk into it. Magic erasers don't cost very much. You can even buy generic ones on Amazon or, locally or whatever. And it's amazing what they can scrub off walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scrub off walls?
You may look and say, oh my God, I'm going to have to paint this whole wall. Or you could just try wiping it down first.
Do that and clean the windows. When people
You're
look in the
right.
house, it don't cost anything hardly to clean the window.
Yep. And there's some, and if you're not able to do it, a lot of people would have to get on ladders, stuff like that. There's a lot of local people around here doing that as well.
There is.
Yep. So, well, very good. Well, Mitch, thank you so much for stopping by. Pete Wilson's here to do some news, and but let's go over the JAFE Spring Dance, all the details one more time.
Okay, it is at the Jackson Area Family Activity Center, which is formerly the YMCA, most of you know it as, behind McDonald's in Jackson. The date is March 14th from 8 p.m. to midnight. The doors will open about 7:30 for people to get in and set up. Corporate tables with advertising are $350, and they come with 8 tickets. Regular reserve tables are $250, and they come with 8 tickets. Or you can buy individual tickets ahead of time or at the door for $35. And to get any of these things, you call me. My name is Mitch Costilow at 740-418-0195.
He just gave you all of it. That was really good. Did you practice?
No, but I've done it 3 times this
I was
morning.
gonna say, he's made his rounds here this morning at Total Media, so I guess you have been practicing. Well, very good. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to Mitch. Did you put his number in the comments? Yeah. Okay. So you can just check out the comments if you need to know more information about that. Contact Mitch. Or if you want to buy or sell your house, there he is too. You can talk about that. All right. So thank you so much for stopping by. Stop back anytime you want to. And we always love talking with you.
Yep, it's great seeing you.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Pete's waiting in the wings. So let's do another message and we'll trade them out and we'll be right back after this.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with our good friend Pete Wilson, who has stopped by to give us the latest and greatest on news.
Okay, well, there is a lot to catch up on. Some exciting, positive things from the weekend. Don't have any disasters to tell you about.
Well, that's a plus.
That is a plus because we've had a few things that were odd, but
Definitely.
Odd and not so good. But big night at Vinton County High School on Friday night. Sold out, and it wasn't just because Vinton County was playing Wellston, the big rivals in boys basketball. It was because the Vinton County High School Athletic Hall of Fame inducted 3 new members, and there they are, kind of, 2/3. We have a stand-in for one of the inductees. Okay, from the left, you have Jack O'Rourke, probably maybe the one, if not the most accomplished football coaches in Vinton County High School football history. Coached a team in the late 80s and into the early 90s. The 1993 team was the first Vinton County High School football team to ever make the playoffs. It was harder to get in back then because they didn't take as many teams.
Sure.
His team defeated Sheridan, who was undefeated in the first round, and gave the mighty Ironton Tigers the scare of their lives in the second round.
Yep.
But Jack now lives in Florida, still coaching football, they say.
Oh, really?
And so he came back all the way from Florida. He wasn't able to come here on Main Street TV on Friday. I know you weren't here, but we had hoped to see him, but he could not make it. In the middle is Riley Fee. She is an accomplished cross-country and track runner,
Yes.
or was. I'm guessing that she could still do it if she had to.
I'd say so.
Because it wasn't too long ago she did that at Vinton County High School, both sports. Very accomplished, and then she went on to the University of Illinois at Chicago. She's now a graduate student at Ohio University. And then the gentleman on the right, his name is Jeff Dunham. He accepted on behalf of the third inductee, Dane Chandler. Dane Chandler was one of the most accomplished wrestlers in Vinton County High School football wrestling history. That was in the late 80s. He was undefeated in the regular season. You can't do any better than that. He ended up 50-2 on the season. Did not lose until you got into the state tournament or the postseason tournament. Not sure how far he went, but he won. He won some matches there before he was defeated.
Yeah.
Finished 50-2. He just had surgery. Lives out in Arizona now. Was not able to make the trip. So Jeff Dunham, who was his coach in high school, so people know him
that's
too.
cool.
He came back to accept for him.
How
So
neat.
that was very nice. And as I said, it was a full house up there at Vinton County. Now, this part was not good for Vinton County, but I need to mention it for Wellston. Wellston defeated Vinton County in boys basketball 62-56, and that has not happened between those two teams at Vinton County for about 25 years.
Oh, my.
So that was great for Wellston, certainly a high note for them and their program. They have one of the best records, the Rockets do, in boys basketball that they've had in recent years, to be honest with you. So it just that was good for them. So we will have coverage in our Wednesday paper. We'll have some pictures. We had a lot of information, bios of all the inductees in our Wednesday paper, kind of to promote it. So all that is posted online. I know that the Total Media crew was there to stream the induction ceremony. So I think you can catch that on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel.
Okay.
And so,
That's pretty cool.
Right, and Red Thompson was there to give us some post coverage for the Telegram.
I'm sure he just hated all of that.
Oh no,
That's so Red's jam.
no. Red, of course, has worked up in Vinton County back into the early '90s, so he's kind of into the Vinton County history too. He knows a lot of these inductees in recent years. Okay, the JHS competition cheerleaders. You know that they are used to winning, and you know
They
what?
are.
They went out there and did it again this past weekend.
That's awesome.
They went to the OAC, that's the Ohio Athletic Committee State Championships in Marysville, Ohio. Here they are, big group. They are posing there with their first place trophy. It was in the game day division. That's where they compete. And I guess the simplest way to say it is they do the maneuvers and like that you would have, that you would normally see during a football game.
During a game, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
And only, at a high gymnastic athletic level.
Yes.
And so the competition cheerleaders finished first up there. I understand that they were just a fraction of a point away from being the overall champions, regardless of division. But they were first place in their division. That is 3 times now that they've captured first place in a big competition.
Yeah, they just don't really accept not winning, don't they?
They just keep going. We need to give credit to
amazing.
the co-coaches, Courtney Butcher and Tiffany Boggs.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming up soon. In their first competition up at Upper Arlington, I think that was back in November, they earned
So cool.
They earned a bid to Florida. They will be going to Disney World to this, what are they calling it? It is the National High School Cheerleading Championship at Disney World in Florida. And that's coming up pretty soon. It's the weekend of January 30th through February the 1st. So,
they're gonna have so
about
much fun.
3 weekends from now, they will be down in Florida. And, the coaches say this, it's not a sanctioned sport or anything, but they work hard, they practice hard, And anytime, if you kind of have to look at it in this context. If you were a football coach, a basketball coach, or whatever, and you're winning a state championship and you get to go to Florida to compete against the best in the nation, you think you're pretty special. So these girls are very special,
Yes,
and they
they
just
are.
keep doing it year after
Yeah.
year, competition
Over
after
and over
competition.
again.
So congratulations to them. Okay, a very important development at the most recent Jackson City Board of Education meeting. Now, we knew this was coming, but the fact that they did it is significant and certainly a big story. The board voted 5-0 to approve a resolution that is the first step towards putting an earned income tax issue on the ballot in the May primary election.
Okay.
We knew this was coming because it's a process. You have to talk about it. You have to figure out what you're going to do. Do you need to do it? When are you going to do it? What type of income tax is it going to be? And how much and how long? And, it's come out in past meetings what they were thinking of. Well, now they're sticking their foot in the water. There's still other steps to do, but this was the first step, passing that resolution. And they're talking about a 1.25% earned income tax. That is not the same as a straight income tax.
Yeah, tell us the difference, could you please?
Right. I had now actually heard of the earned you can go either way. You can do an income tax or you can do an earned income tax. The earned income tax is not as broad. It taxes only those people who are working. It doesn't matter if you're working for somebody or working for yourself. It doesn't matter what kind of job it is. If it's considered employment and you have income, that is taxable. What is not taxable is retirement income, investment income, savings income, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And that takes in, a lot of folks right there. That's a lot of sources of income for people
So like
that will
Social
not be
Security and stuff like that.
that is not.
Okay.
That is not under the earned income tax at all. So,
Okay.
For instance, a retired person, may not pay anything because of the earned income unless they have a side gig doing something or
Right.
whatever. So, that was a tough decision there because you'd be taxing more people getting more money if you did an income tax, but maybe this will appeal to the folks who don't have to pay the income tax but care about the schools. This would go if it passes. This would go for 6 years. Their plan is they feel that if they can get this and keep the schools out of a deficit situation, which is projected now, they hope they won't need it. They don't want it to be a permanent tax. They're not wanting it to be a continuing, which is permanent unless you take it off. So that's what they're going to do. Now, we have a city income tax in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
We have a city income tax in Wellston. We have a village income tax in Oak Hill. So that's not unusual. So why are the schools doing an income tax? Why aren't they doing a property tax? Why aren't they doing a sales tax? Sales tax seems to be very popular. Well, state law doesn't allow schools to do sales taxes.
Oh, okay.
And they feel that a property tax it would have to be too high to get the income that they needed. And as you know, people are starting to rebel about property taxes.
Yeah.
Because what Mr. Costilow talked about, real estate values are up there, and that means you pay more property tax. So if property tax is going to be compromised, some people want to eliminate it, schools have to get their money from somewhere.
Now, is this an income tax only if you're in the Jackson City School
Jackson
District?
City School District, right.
Okay.
If you live in the Jackson City School District, whether you're in the city or out of the city, it's just the simplest way to say it. If you live in the district, you're in the taxable zone there.
That's
And,
easy to get your head around.
And this is fair to say. I know that a lot of people, their first impulse is to say, and this is my opinion, all right? I'll say that straight out. A lot of people's impulse would be, well, they needed to manage their money better. They wouldn't be in this situation.
Sure.
I totally disagree. They had the carpet pulled out from them by the state of Ohio.
Did they ever? And so did every other, well, not every other, but a lot of school districts.
Other districts are facing deficits too farther down the track than Jackson. Jackson has a little bit more wealth, not that it's wealthy by any stretch of the imagination compared statewide, but they have a little more wealth, and that hurt them too, as far as maybe if you look at other districts in the area, in the county for sure, Benton County especially. And so that hurt Jackson. And Phil Howard, the superintendent of the schools, has never been able to figure out why Jackson got the hand it's dealt, because it's all different.
Sure did.
But overall, whether you agree or not, the state of Ohio, the governor, and particularly the legislature, because they're the ones who have to pass the budget, there's a different philosophy. More, let the locals pay a little bit more than the state does. Also, fund private education more, where people can make the decision. If they want to send their kid to a private school, they can use that money that way.
Except for if you don't have any private schools.
Right, and of course we have none in Jackson or.
Well, I guess one.
Well, we have CLA.
Yeah,
I take that
we do
back.
have
We have
CLA.
CLA, but in
Not
bigger-
like the big cities.
in bigger suburban areas, there's lots of private
Sure.
schools, and a lot of parents who are able to afford it do send their kids to private schools. Different situation down here, but the state legislature had passed something called the Fair School Funding Plan, where they did a projected money of what school districts could expect to get over a period of time, not how far it was, but it went into this biennial budget and beyond, and they reneged on that, basically. Now,
Yeah.
they got the right to do that. They're doing what they think is right, but to be very
It's
honest,
weird.
for the lower wealth districts, it's not good. It's not good, and so that's what I think about it. But they are in the unenviable position of asking people. They do not want to ask people for more
Nobody
money.
wants to ask people for
The
money.
alternative is $3.6 million worth of cuts. And even though they will do everything they can through attrition and like that, it's going to cut into the bone. You're talking about lost positions.
Yep.
You're talking about maybe pay to play in sports. You're talking about some programs, maybe preschool or whatever, that might not, major stuff. Don't call it scare tactics. It is the truth.
No, it's fact.
It is the truth. You can figure it out for yourself. You do your own research. Now, another thing, why is Jackson School District doing an income tax? I mean, I don't know any school district does an income tax. Well, there's 215 of them in the state of Ohio that are doing it now, including.
Oh, wow.
Right. I bet you didn't know that.
No.
I didn't know that till the last board meeting. But some of the ones in the area that already are doing an income tax because they want their schools to be funded or because they have to are Athens, Washington Courthouse, Greenfield, Hillsborough, Circleville, Logan Elm, Taze Valley, Unioto, and Zane Trace. Not exactly rich suburban districts.
Yeah.
And they feel that they need to do that. So that is going to be a big issue as we go down the stretch here in the final months.
Yep.
Okay, a couple of other things here before we run out of time. We're running out of time. Want to remind you that work is continuing in downtown Jackson. We know that. Every day you look, the restrictions change a little bit,
They
but they're
do.
there. I think we have a picture there, if you could put that up there, Adrian. This was a picture that I took over the weekend.
You never know what streets.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
not the
what-
garbage truck. The
construction.
downtown construction. Sorry. That's okay. We'll get to the garbage truck some other time. Okay, that is Broadway Street yesterday. On Friday, I think. They were working, but you look up through there, and the street, that block between Broadway, or that block of Broadway between Pearl and Main was completely closed. And you may not be able to see it in this photo, but there is a high fence along the sidewalk there. The sidewalk then was open, but you might not know it at a glance. Well, there are businesses on that
Oh,
street.
yes,
There's
there
businesses on Main Street, and they are hurting.
Yes, they are.
Now, certainly not throwing any stones at what is being done, because the downtown is going to be beautiful when all this is done.
Sure.
But they have to put in water lines, and they're doing a streetscape, and there's no way to do it without being disruptive.
Absolutely.
What you need to know, though, is that those businesses downtown, a lot of them are mom and pop businesses.
Yep.
They need your business.
They need your help.
Hey, keep checking. They try to always have some parking nearby. In this case, on the side of the street, on one side of the street, there was parking when I took that
Yep.
picture. But it's always changing. Can you walk a block to if you want to do business downtown? I mean, this is going to continue through a while longer, so this message needs to get out about supporting the downtown
Absolutely.
businesses.
I had that conversation with so many people over the weekend that, there's plenty of places to park.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to walk, 10 more steps. It's fine. Like,
I know.
It's good for you.
It-
Walk.
no, it is. Exactly.
All the sidewalks are open. It's fine.
Right, exactly. Well, and this is going to go on for a while. So that's,
is.
I mean, it's gone on for a while, and it's going to go on longer because there's a lot of work to do, and we would be better off when it's over. But in the meantime, you know, the downtown businesses still need your business. It's as simple as that. All right, in the city of Wellston, a portion of New York Avenue near 10th Street, that would be on the south side of the city, is going to be closed for approximately 2 weeks. That is a main residential street in Wellston, kind of like South Street in Jackson, maybe. There's an infrastructure improvement project. It began today. Motorists are asked to use caution and avoid this area if possible. There may be some detours. And on the meetings front, lots of important school board meeting and council meetings going on because it's the first of the year transition for personnel, elected officials. Tonight's meetings, the Vinton County Local School Board will meet at 6:30, and they will be doing, you know, the oaths of office for new members. New members in Vinton County are Amy Isaac and Charlotte McManus. Cindy Strasbaugh, who's been the president and is incumbent, was also reelected. The Wellston City Board of Education meets at 6 o'clock tonight. They will have a reorganizational meeting as well. And then also Jackson City Council will have its first meeting of the year tonight at 7 o'clock. Everybody will be sworn in that got elected in the November election, and everybody except the mayor and the auditor was on the ballot. And the two new council members in Jackson are Megan Wiseman for the 3rd Ward and Brittany Hinch for at-large.
And who are the two that are leaving?
Okay, Jeff Elliott had been an at-large councilman. He's just putting a different hat on. He is the new city treasurer, replacing Tom Evans.
Right.
And Megan Peters Wiseman defeated incumbent Aaron Young in a close election
that's
last
right.
November.
Okay.
So I know at one of these meetings, I don't think we talked about it on television because it was after we took our Christmas break, but they honored both Jeff Elliott and Aaron Young, Randy Evans did, at the last meeting of the year, gave them credit for their good work.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll catch up on all the changing personnel and all like that as we go. Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce also meets at noon today. They also elect officers since it's the first of the year. Curtis Strickland has been president for a long time, done a bang-up job. I think he'll probably hang around, but we'll see.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, Pete, we'll get to more news tomorrow, as you always have a large stack.
I only got through a quarter of the stack, but anyway.
Well, and God knows what will happen between now and then, so it may be something else.
All right.
Well, have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much to Mitch Costilow for stopping by. Always fun to see what JAFE's into. And make sure you make plans to go to that spring dance as well. It's a great time and a great cause. All right, we will be back here tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.